In just over a year, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has gone from a relatively unknown military officer to a central figure in one of the most dramatic geopolitical transformations in modern African history. Under his bold leadership, Burkina Faso has shifted from a nation struggling with internal conflict and foreign dependency to the heart of a new Pan-African resistance movement. With French troops forced to leave, Western influence being reevaluated, and a new alliance taking shape across the Sahel, Traoré is not just rewriting the rules, he's redrawing the entire power map of West Africa. The Sahel region, home to Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, has become one of the most volatile and deadly areas in the world. Extremist insurgencies, armed militias, and political instability have left these nations battered. For years, Western military forces, especially France, were positioned as allies against terror. But for many citizens, these interventions only worsened the situation. Rising anti-French sentiment echoed through the streets of Ouagadougou and beyond. Amidst this chaos, Traoré, a young army captain with conviction and clarity, stepped forward. After leading a coup in late 2022, Traoré wasted no time redefining national priorities. He accused France and other foreign powers of neocolonial exploitation, arguing that military presence without genuine cooperation only masked deeper power imbalances. More than just words, he took action. Within months, he terminated military agreements, demanded the withdrawal of French troops, and ordered the closure of foreign-operated bases. It was a signal, a warning, that the era of unchecked foreign influence was drawing to a close. But Traoré's strategy extended far beyond Burkina Faso's borders. In September 2023, an unprecedented event occurred: the establishment of the Alliance of Sahel States. Alongside fellow military-led governments in Mali and Niger, Traoré announced a regional defense pact aimed at protecting against both external aggression and internal destabilization. These nations, once reliant on Western coalitions, now pledged to defend one another through coordinated military operations and intelligence sharing. This alliance openly defied regional institutions, such as ECOWAS, and global norms established by the West. It was met with criticism, threats of sanctions, and even discussions of intervention. Yet Traoré did not flinch. Instead, he doubled down, labeling ECOWAS leadership as out-of-touch elites who served foreign interests more than their people. He rejected IMF loans, condemned exploitative trade terms, and demanded that African economies operate on sovereign terms, including trading in local currencies rather than the CFA franc or US dollar. Internally, Traoré implemented radical policies to regain control over national resources and security. He launched Burkina Faso's first state-owned gold refinery, a move aimed at reducing foreign control over the country's most valuable export. He fortified border patrols, reshaped military leadership, and introduced a People's Army, a civilian-based initiative that trained local communities to defend themselves against insurgent attacks. Africa must rise, Traoré declared, not as dependents, but as owners of our destiny. And that message is catching fire. With over 70% of Africa's population under the age of 30, his leadership has struck a deep chord among the continent's youth. They see in Traoré not just a politician, but a symbol of dignity, resistance, and what Pan-African self-determination could look like. From Senegal to Chad, from Guinea to Togo, a new generation is taking notes and taking heart. Traoré's influence is also reawakening comparisons to Burkina Faso's most iconic revolutionary, Thomas Sankara. Like Sankara, Traoré's rhetoric combines national pride with practical reform, urging Africans to rely on themselves and shake off colonial legacies. What we are witnessing isn't just a political shift, it's a continental ripple. Ibrahim Traoré is changing more than his nation's policies. He's shifting the ideology of an entire region. While the map of West Africa may still appear the same, beneath its borders, alliances are changing, resistance is growing, and new paths are being forged by leaders who dare to imagine an Africa led by Africans. If this is the future, then the revolution is now. Subscribe for episode 4 in this series, where we'll explore the deeper leadership lessons behind Traoré's rise and what it means for Africa's next generation of visionaries.